Hello, my name is Lisa Kastner, and I am the founder and executive editor of Running Wild and Rise. They are two content creation and distribution companies that are focused on bringing forward stories that generally would not potentially be seen or heard or read by the general populace because of a variety of reasons that have to do with how most mainstream companies, publishing houses, acquire stories today. There's a large bias that exists within the publishing industry that we're trying to address by finding great stories and giving them a home, a place where they can then find their fans. Why did we start it? It actually started because several years ago I went on my first date with my now husband, and I was commenting on how I had all these fantastic friends who had written these amazing stories and they couldn't get published, and I didn't understand why they were having a hard time finding a home for these fantastic stories. And then I actually went around and started interviewing editors and agents at a variety of conferences, and that's when I uncovered that many of the larger houses, they base their past history of purchases, I guess you could say, for new titles based on what had done well in the past, which on the surface that seems to make sense. But what it actually does is it creates a pretty wild bias regarding content acquisition and the types of stories that get published, as well as who actually writes those stories. And I provided a link to a New York Times article that actually goes into a lot of detail regarding that. And I think it's wrong. I think that we should go out of our way to give a platform for individuals to feel represented, to feel like they are reflected within our media. And I think that by having these platforms available for broader audiences, it actually also then encourages us all to have a greater understanding for one another and to greater acceptance. So my lived experience, how does it reflect this? Well, I hope at least what I just described provided that, but I'm more than happy to provide more detail if anyone would like to chat. So thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to talking to you soon.